Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
All right, everybody.
We are back to talk one of our favorite shows. We are excited. This is Love Island All-Stars. Like and subscribe here. We're going to cover some things as well on TikTok for the show. We cover everything, including the Traders UK. We're doing the Traders US as well. The Bachelor back next week. Survivor back next month as well. Survivor UK. Plenty of other shows that we cover in between. So make sure you're subscribed. You'll see all of our playlists. Bry, this is great. Like, we had Love Island games most recently, which was a pseudo all-star kind of season, right? It was like a proof of
Mm.
concept almost, but more focused on the challenges. And obviously, we're only one episode in, so we don't know how that may be different in this versus a regular season. But off the top, love the starting cast. I love that there were some twists, but they're not obnoxious twists. I also love the public being involved right off the bat. I didn't catch that. I looked it up. That article, there was articles like 5-6 days ago telling people about it. I just missed that. So really
Same.
awesome that there was public interaction right away. How about you? Thoughts in general?
Yeah, because when I first saw the public did the first recoupling, I was like, oh, they're gonna go the Love Australian route and just like lie about them making choices on like
Yeah.
production. But I think that's really cool, and I'm really interested to see how the public, if we're gonna get like maybe 50% of the time, these are gonna be the type of recoupling, which I'm totally fine with because I mean, everybody, the people on the show, people like or are very polarizing. I think is another way to like they're either like some of them are heavy hitters and then they're like, oh, they were involved in a situation that was very interesting. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I like that I know a lot, at least 50% so far. And as
Yeah.
the time goes, I'm gonna be reading up, just knowing more about each person. But so far so good.
I mean, like you said, you had people like Hannah and like Luis,
Yeah.
right? Like those are Lou. Is it
Those
Lewis?
are like Hannah's an she won. She's an OG winner and like
And was it
she
Lewis or Luis was season one as well?
Lewis is season one.
Lewis, right? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and I
And
liked
those
him.
are those yeah, and Bill, those are like starting people. They
Yeah.
weren't like people that came in. Those are like they are the original
And they
season
made the
one
run the
cast.
whole
Yeah.
first season. Like,
Yeah.
so
So
yeah.
like Hannah's really funny. Like she has a potty mouth on her. So that'll be interesting to see. And like she like got engaged to the guy that she was with, and he had like he had I think it was a Cockney accent, but like just very funny hearing them bicker because of the language. They're like just cursing at each other. So I'm very excited to see her back.
I like the dichotomy, like we said. You could have an OG, and then you could have someone who we've seen multiple times, but we've seen recently. I like highlight someone like Liberty, right? And
Yeah.
obviously because Liberty's ex Jake is also there. It's a fun situation they set up. There is no bitterness there, it seems so far, and we're gonna have plenty of time to see them talk. They
Right.
both claim that there's a 0% chance of reconciliation, which whether people believe it or not, I like that they're trying to set that groundwork right away. They didn't have a choice. He knew right away when we
Yeah.
got to the twist, and we could talk about the public vote and everything like that and who they put them with. And I thought it was funny. I honestly thought it was a very wholesome Love Island moment. But I will say, because I'm a big Liberty fan, I was a big Liberty fan during Love Island games. I think she gets the raw end of the deal out in this show, man. Games, she never had a good situation. She has to
Yeah.
start now with this awkward crap and has to wait for there to be some people coming in so they can swap each other off. And guess what? There's going to be eliminations and stuff, right? And then now she can find herself on the raw end of a deal. And, I just want something to work out well for Liberty. I'm rooting for her this season.
Yeah. I'm really glad that like when they did that, the girls go pick the guys. Like she went and picked Mitch and Messy Mitch, and she was the only one that
Messy
picked him. And
Mitch.
I actually think that like actually might work.
Yeah.
And because Mitch is an interesting person. Like he says that he's here for love this time. If he like maybe changes his ways like 20%, I actually think that like is a pretty good match. I was like, oh, when they like linked up when that couple ceremony happens, I was like, oh, I actually like that pairing. So I'm interested to see if they get together maybe in like 2 or 3 days.
Mitch ends up with Kaz the start. I think a good starting pairing. They'll probably be fun in the challenges together, right?
Right.
Another one where they kind of will have we'll see that status quo conversation pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're like, hey, like we had people we're interested in, but we're friends. And that's good. Like, again, I don't mind a lot of that in the beginning. There's always maybe one couple that's going to hit it off. And I think we have that, right? I think we have Luis and Georgia, right? They were talking about it throughout the episode and now they're
Yeah.
matched up.
They did get matched up. I thought he was.
No, Georgia S and Luis, and then Georgia H.
Yeah, he
The
got Georgia H.
challenge
Yeah,
Georgia is with Lewis.
yeah, yeah. And
Challenge
what
Georgia liked the buddy you were just talking about, the funny guy. Was that
Chris,
Chris? Yeah.
Chris. Yeah, I really like
He
Chris.
said his dog needs a lady friend. I thought that was very
Yeah,
funny.
he just says funny things, man. Like I think you're really when you get to know him a little more, I think you're really gonna enjoy
He's
him.
our
Like just
age too. He's 33.
yeah, and when he asks questions like random questions, like one of them was like, "Oh, what half of an animal would you have?" Like just random stuff like that. And it's just funny, but like what you said about like people will become they would like friend themselves off. I think actually isn't bad on this show because everyone knows each other. Like they
Yeah.
know what they want to do, and I kind of like that they're not gonna like string people along. At least I hope so. That like we could just kind of get down to the business. Like, hey, we're gonna stay together for a day or two, but then we're gonna when somebody comes in, I'm gonna explore that. And I think it'll be a little more understanding than the normal show.
Let's run through who people ended up matched up with, and then will end up touching on the people we haven't maybe touched on yet.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, here's a couple people right here off the bat. So we have Demi and Chris. This was a funny one because you could tell Demi wasn't super psyched because Chris, he had three girls pick him, and none of them were that. He had Georgia, Kaz, and Hannah all rank him number one. Again, another one where it's not going to be a big deal right away. They'll get along, but I mean, who knows? I mean, there's a chance he could like her, but I do think the idea that like you said before, his match, I think it would be the Georgia match, the Georgia H match. I think
You're
is
talking Chris.
yeah,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
Chris is
Yeah.
matched with Demi.
Yeah, because Lewis was with Demi chose Lewis on the "what do you want to do" thing, and I actually think that's another good. Like I thought they did a good job of that, but the public, I mean, what the public they know and they don't know.
Well,
So
they
yeah,
didn't get to see any
yeah,
interactions, right? So we
right.
just touched Georgia H and Lewis. Obviously Georgia H we know from Love Island, but also the challenge. So
Mhm.
we've seen her. I was more familiar with her from the challenge. So again, it's nice to have that seeing her for myself the first time in this environment. It's going to be fun. Then we said Georgia S and Luis. They say Luis has got like a long list of Love Island. Basically, he's conquered a lot. They're kind of worried about that. Is that something we should look out for?
While he was on Love Island, or like when he was
They
before
just
Love Island.
they talk about him having like a big thing. Like
I
he.
mean, he was pretty popular when he came, and like he was a like when they say professional
Oh
football
wait, no,
player.
no, this was Toby. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Toby has a long Love Island list that people question. Lol, was just laughing about it. Seems funny to me. Too many girls. He said too many girls are my type here.
yeah, and I know that I don't see it. Like I'm like guys there. I would say Toby might be like, and I mean Mitch is even amazing to me, but like I'm surprised that Toby and like this is another one to love out. They just paired them because of All Stars, and you knew that was going to happen as soon as they decided that the public was going to vote there. They have a lot.
Let's see who else do I have. Hannah and Anton.
That's going to be a friendship.
Jake
He's a
and
mommy's boy.
we
He's a.
talked about Jake and Liberty, obviously.
Can I say something about Anton real quick?
Yeah, of
His
cour's.
mom shaves his butt, so like
Yeah, I
that.
have him. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the mom, but series
yeah,
5, whose mom shaved his bum.
yeah. So like he's a good dude and he's funny and like he doesn't take himself too seriously, but they're
Seems
not.
kind of like a
That's a
square to
friendship.
me off the first impression.
He looked like a
Kind
square.
of
Is that
like
what
a
he said?
square. Yeah.
No, but yeah, yeah.
Kaz and Mitch.
I really, I mean, I think it's going to be more of a friendship thing. I think Mitch and Liberty, out of what we've seen so far, are the ones that are going to have to like that should link up.
Let's see. Who did Toby end up with?
Georgia S. That was they got paired because of the Love Island games because they were
Okay.
kind of together on Love Island games.
Okay. Okay.
And they even referenced that. He's like, they're probably going to do this because of our history, but they for some reason wouldn't reference Love Island games on the show, which I thought was really weird.
Okay. So I just had the name twice. That's why.
I wonder if because it's on Peacock and not on ITV.
I don't know. That is
I
really
wonder.
interesting. Twist here. We have Callum show up, series 6. Also Molly, Callum's ex.
That's
Callum is
wild.
allowed to steal a girl, or he has to pick Molly to couple up with. They broke up only 6 months ago. They were together for years. That's a
On
nice
the
interest.
show.
Yeah,
They literally show together. I saw online they had a house together. They had dogs. So like this was not like they were just dating.
no, this ain't this. This is not like
This is messy. His
This
first
is
episode.
messy. I
God.
like that. I mean, and I know I put that in the thumbnail as like the main thing. We're just getting to it here at the end
It is
because
though. It is the main thing. That was a good tease. Like,
it's good. That's why I
yeah,
want to lead into tomorrow because honestly, it's gonna be probably our lead talk about thing tomorrow when we talk about episode 2, and there's gonna be meted out a little bit more. But it's just like, phew, I just
yeah,
don't know what he should do. I think he should just actually just couple up with her and just not cause more chaos, and then just move on and see how it works out.
yeah. And unfortunately, like, I'm not familiar with six. I literally just started season six today. But like, Demi was on series six, so like, I don't know their connection. Like, if he picked her, would that piss off Molly? Like, you know what I mean? Like, those are the kind of dynamics we're gonna have to start looking at when we like when people come in from this, like, and you know what I mean, like, especially when they have a history like this. Like, are they going to get annoyed if they pick somebody that maybe those two girls had beef on the show? I just don't know yet.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying an opening thing. Let's just not try to cause as many waves as possible in the very opening thing, and then we'll go from there. You
Right,
know,
right, yeah.
I think that's probably their best bet. Yeah, I think that's overall, bro. I think that's really everything. Really
Mm-hmm.
interesting. I like it. We're
Me
excited.
too.
We'll be in for the long haul. Like I said, like and subscribe here and on TikTok. We usually do reviews of every episode. Usually both of us, if not one of us, but there is some form of coverage on there. Like I said, check out all the other shows we're covering as well. And yeah, but until tomorrow night, for myself, Brian, everyone here at the Reality Guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace.